The increasing concentration of political power. And from where I'm sitting, I do not see any dramatic change in this trend over time. If you will look at governors, 70% of them were dynastic in 2007, 81% were dynastic by 2016. If you will look at congressmen, 75% were dynastic in 2007, and 78% of them were dynastic by 2016. There are alternative leaders emerging and taking up the cudgels. If the counterweight against populists in other countries, recent elections is to be seen as an indicator and as an inspiration. For instance, in the United States, with the rise of young voters and women, for instance, as a counterweight to what seems to have been a strengthening of a populist agenda there. There could be a potential for this counterweight as well in the Philippines, but it will be an uphill climb for them. And of course, a challenge for all of us to support these alternative leaders. We have begun to map fat versus thin versus non-dynasties. And let me just quickly distinguish fat and thin. Thin dynasties are those who follow each other. Sunod-sunod lang. Fat dynasties are those who simultaneously run for office. Sabay-sabay silang tumatakbo. So everyone with 2 or more family members in power is a fat dynasty. Everyone who follows a grandfather who was a senator, a great-great-grandfather who was a senator, this is a thin dynasty. So here, we're tracking it from 2004 to 2016, and the sad news is that the fat dynasties are actually gaining ground over time. You will see here from 2004 to 2016 that they began with 49% of the total congressmen in the country. They now hold 55%, making an anti-dynasty law just based on fat dynasties vote next to impossible at this point.
We have what I call historical elections, 69, 86. 2010, I would put it in that category. This is not one of them. So I don't expect any life-changing events after the election. The post-election in 2019 situation will not be that it's not an upheaval. But that particular situation is a run-up actually to the 2022 elections. And the 2022 election is the one that you should watch out for. If there is a change in the system, as I've said, then it's anybody's guess. If none, 2022 will still be a very, very important election because, as I've said, there's no one right now in the horizon who is in that particular situation where he or she can win that election.
The demand side is to be improved when it comes to assisting voters and engaging with voters in terms of elevating the level of public discourse. So in a way, the demand side, the citizen side would have an effect as well on the supply side would be the candidates.